Winds and delivers. That ball's hit on the nose into right field. It's going to bang off the fence. Played back in. Wallerud's got a leadoff double. Two-two pitch now. Fly ball into left field, going back. Tie ball game. So there you see game one, 11-3. Phillies scored 7 runs in the first inning in game one and cruised the rest of the way in that one. Start off with 2 in the first, then 7 unanswered in game 2. Game 3 will feature Al Leiter versus Danny Jackson. I don't think you can say too much about that Todd Stottlemyre start. That thing was outstanding, and it probably saved their pitching staff because they were in trouble. They went through a lot of pitchers in game 1, and that and a day off, and they're probably set for game 3. Eisenreich has been outstanding. I'm gonna play Chamberlain and Wright. Sorry, Jimmy. You are definitely one of the stars of this team. Danny Jackson on the hill. In 1993, Danny Jackson was 12-11. He threw 210 innings, 3.77 ERA. This guy was no slouch, a huge part of this team. He takes the start here in game 3. All right, here we go. Game 3. Series tied up at 1. And the 3-2 pitch from Danny Jackson. Fly ball into left. Incavia makes the catch. So West Chamberlain and Wright. Duncan at second. That's really the only changes. You lose the DH here in Philly. So 2-2 pitch from Jackson. Fly ball into center. Dykstra charges. He's got it. Wallerud to the plate. 1-2 pitch on the way. Got him looking. Danny Jackson strong through the first. Kevin Stocker will lead things off. 1 for 8 in the series. That's 125. 364 on base percentage. So he's been getting on base. He's gone up against Al Leiter. 9 wins, 6 losses, a 4.11 ERA in 1993. Line drive. Tony Fernandez can't get to that one. That one slips through. Lead-off single for the Phillies. Game 3. This should be a huge game. Stocker. I want to run. But after the way Dykstra got thrown out, I got to give it another shot because I feel like I need to run to win this series. Leiter's pitch misses inside. Now we'll let Kruk swing. 3-2. Ground ball to third. There's 1, 2. Double play. If you watch my Hanwha Eagles series, I stream it sometimes. It's on YouTube, the Judge Metal YouTube channel. I run like crazy with the Hanwha Eagles. And I love to run. Lenny Dykstra, 2 outs. 3-0 pitch to him. That misses and he'll trot down the first. Incavia at the plate with the lefty on the mound. I'm going to let Inky swing here. We'll hold Dykstra. And he takes a look at strike 3. So down go the Phillies in the first. Danny Jackson back out. Inning number 2. Facing Ricky Henderson. Here's your 3-2. Fly ball into shallow right field. West Chamberlain drifts in and has it. Quick look. A little bit of a change up on the lineup Poor Toronto. That's strange. They have Ricky Henderson hit fourth. He just walked up to the plate there, and I was like, wait a minute, what's this guy doing up here now? 0-2 pitch. Danny Jackson gets him looking. Carter takes a seat. White will step up there. The 0-2 pitch. Fly ball over the head of the second baseman, Duncan, into right field. It's a 2-out single. So White is on first. Pitch from Jackson. Ground ball. Grabbed. Oh. Knocks it down. That is the fourth error on Kevin Stocker in 3 games. Okay, here we go. Danny Jackson facing Pat Borders. 2-2 pitch. Got him looking. Danny Jackson bails out his shortstop. All right, Dave Hollins. Look at those ratings against the lefty. We should probably moved him up the lineup. 3-2 pitch. He'll take a walk. Hollins is a guy that could hit for some power, but he was always a very patient batter. And now Darren Dalton steps in. Regular season, I might have Dalton sit against Leiter. But today's the World Series. He'll take a walk. Works the full count, takes the walk. I know I said it earlier, but such a smart baseball player. It's really good. You can't say too much about Darren Dalton. People in Florida, I think, would agree with that too. Wes Chamberlain now in, substituting in for Jimmy Eisenreich. Face the left-hander Leiter. 1-1 pitch, fly ball, right center field, going back. Goodbye. Wes Chamberlain. Wes Chamberlain puts that one into the right center field seats. Phillies lead 3-0 here in Game 3. I can hear Harry Callis calling it in the back of my head. Mariano Duncan now will face Leiter, the 2-1 pitch. Ground ball back to the mound. Leiter fires down the first. That's the first out of the inning. Danny Jackson steps up to the plate. It's just so weird now. See a pitcher bat. I have to remember how to deal with this. All right. Like, seriously, it's a completely different game. I was really upset when the National League went to the DH. I've gotten used to it, but you have to manage so differently. You really do. So Kevin Stocker now 2 outs. 0-2 pitch to him. Gets him looking on an outside pitch. The Phillies get 3 as Wes Chamberlain hits one out of Veterans Stadium. The Phillies lead 3-0. So Alomar on first. I'll give a toss over. And Danny Jackson's pitch on the way. There goes the runner leaning, and Dalton throws him out. Bravo, Darren Dalton. So a 2-out triple. Jackson needs to settle in here and get Hollerud. 2-1 pitch. Hollerud hits that into the air, into right field, over the head of Wes Chamberlain. Maybe Jimmy Eisenreich makes that catch. They're going to call that. I'm just looking for. They're going to call it a triple. That'll make it 3-1. So now top of the lineup, Stocker, 1 for 2 today, 2 for 10 in the series, 385 on base percentage. So he's been getting on. 3-2 pitch from Al Leiter. Takes it the other way, a base hit, 2-out single. So Stocker now on first. Kruk to the plate. 2 outs, bottom of the fifth. 3-2 pitch. Krucker takes that one into right field. Stocker's going to head to third. Going to bring Dykstra up. With 2 outs, runners on the corners. Leiter's at 105 pitches, so we could really do ourselves some good here by knocking this guy out of the game. 3-2 pitch. Dykstra hits it on the ground. He can run, and he's going to get an infield single. Run scores. 4-1. All right, Danny Jackson coming out for the 6th. 91 pitches. Hope as we can get him through this inning before turning it over. We'll get Ben warming up in case we need to get a righty. This was the days before the 3-batter rule as well. So here we go. Danny Jackson. Look at this power. What is up with Ricky Henderson? Oh, that's his eye. Somehow his eye is showing up under power. I hope they're not confusing that. Anyway, I hope he really doesn't have 85 power. 3-2 pitch. Fly ball in the center. Dykstra's got it. 1 away. So Joe Carter will step in. Now Joe Carter, I got no problem with a 75 power against the lefty. All right, so Danny Jackson. 1-2 pitch to Joe Carter. Line drive. Hollins is there. 2 quick outs. Jackson will face White. Center fielder lines it to Kruk, and that's the inning. So Danny Jackson gets us through 6. All right, we're going to make the switch. I don't see any lefties. So we're going to send Jimmy Eisenreich up to hit for Chamberlain. Good job, Wes Chamberlain. Maybe he could have caught that one fly ball, but well, you just never know. So Jimmy Eisenreich will swing the bat against Eichhorn with 2 outs. He'll stay in and play right. Takes it the other way. Base hit. That's going to go down into the corner. That's probably extra bases. Eisenreich pulls up with a stand-up double. So Morandini will pinch hit. And as I said, stay in and play second base. 2 outs. Eisenreich on second. Eichhorn's pitch on the way. They're going to walk Morandini. Morandini is a better defender at second anyway. Danny Jackson. It's almost as if I did that on purpose. So Milt Thompson off the bench to pinch hit for Danny Jackson. 6 strong innings from Danny Jackson. Milt making his World Series debut. 2-2 from Eichhorn. Fly ball in the center field. That'll be tracked down by White. Milt gave it a ride. That'll end the inning. All right, so Larry Anderson will take over on the mound. He's not just a baseball commentator. He used to be a really great relief pitcher. So Anderson takes over here in the 7th. I see Sprague, Borders, and Eichhorn. Most likely a pinch hitter, obviously. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ground ball. Hollins will charge. He'll throw. 1 away. Now Pat Borders, the catcher. 0 for 2 today. Eichhorn on deck. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball into left, going back is Eisenreich. And he's there to make the catch. Darnell Coles will pinch hit for Toronto. .253 with 4 home runs in the regular season. 1-1 pitch from Larry Anderson. Line drive, that's going to get into the gap. Get to the fence. Dykstra will play it off the wall. Fire it back in, but there's a stand-up double. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. So now we get top of the lineup again. Robbie Alomar to the plate. He's 1 for 3 today. There's a pop-up. Behind second base. Stocker's got it. Ends the inning. Kruk to the plate. He is 1 for 3 today. 364 average in the series. Lifts that one into right center field, dropping in front of the center fielder White for a 1-out single. Fought off an 0-2 curveball. But Pete Incavilla steps to the plate. This is the matchup when they're going to throw lefties at Kruk and Dykstra. Incavilla's the guy. It's got to come through. He lifts that into right, drops in. Base hit. Throw gets away. Everybody moves up. Well, another bat that needs to come through against lefties right here. Dave Hollins, the number 5 hitter. 2 men on, 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Huge at bat right here. 2-0 pitch. Fly ball, left center field, going back. Into the seats. Dave Hollins with a 3-run home run. Phillies stretch the lead to 7-1. All right, Anderson threw strong 7th. See what he can do here in the 8th. 2-2 pitch. Fly ball into the gap on the run. Eisenreich tracks it down. Out number 1 in the 8th. Phillies 5 outs away from taking a 2-1 lead in this series. Olerud to the plate. 2-2 pitch from Anderson. Ground ball. Stocker's got it. Fires the first. That is out number 2. Ricky Henderson steps in. 0 for 3 on the day. 2-2 pitch from Anderson. Ground ball, second base. Up with it is Morandini. Throws him out. 1-2-3. Anderson handles the 8th inning. All right, so we got Eisenreich, Morandini, and then we'll pinch hit for Larry Anderson. Bottom of the 8th. 2-1 pitch. Eisenreich lifts that one deep and gone. Phillies take an 8-1 lead on Jim Eisenreich's home run. Let's see what Bobby Thigpen can do for us here in the 9th with a 7-run lead. He'll face Joe Carter. Carter 0 for 3 today, 3 for 10 in the series, a 3-2 pitch. Ground ball, first baseman Kruk is up with it. He'll take it unassisted. 1 away here in the 9th. White will step in, 1 for 2 today. He's hitting .250 in the series. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Bobby Thigpen gets out number 2. Now this guy was one of the best relief pitchers in baseball at a time. Ed Sprague now. Toronto down to their final out here in game 3. 3-2 pitch from Thigpen. Sprague looks at a fastball. 89 mile per hour on the outside corner, and the Phillies are celebrating on Veterans Stadium as they take a 2-1 lead in the series. 8-1, the Phillies win game 3. 1 run on 6 hits for Toronto. Tony Fernandez with 2 hits. Phillies 8 runs on 10 hits, multi-hit games for Stocker, Kruk, and Jimmy Eisenreich. Jimmy Eisenreich didn't even start the game. He had a 2-for-2 day. Wes Chamberlain started in right. He hit the 3-run bomb that got things started. Dave Hollins was 1-for-3 with 3 RBIs and a walk. To me, this game comes down to pitching, though. Danny Jackson, 106 pitches, 6 innings pitched, just a 1 earned run, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Larry Anderson threw 2 innings. This thing was close. Up until it wasn't. Up until the 7th. 3 runs in the 7th. But this was a 3-1 ball game. Phillies added a run in the 5th. So it was 4-1. But this was one that you were just kind of waiting. But Danny Jackson was on it. He is your player of the game. Game 3 was close throughout, as I just said, but then you have the 3-run bomb that opens it up. But 11-3, Phils win game 1. 7-2, Toronto comes back to win in game 2. Phillies pick up the first game in Philadelphia, so game 3. So right now, 2-1 lead in the World Series. Tomorrow, Pat Henkin against Terry Mulholland. And then game 5 will be a repeat of the Guzman-Tommy Green matchup from game 1. Juan Guzman, you got to know, wants to get back out on that mound after getting smashed around. He didn't get out of the first inning in game 1. Anyway, thanks again. Everybody enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will talk to you soon.